Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of Oli London, his life uncovered by Channel 4. We left off at him learning how to beat up Katie Price's husband, or ex-husband. He would like to be the father of Harvey Price, from what I know. No, he wants to be a man. Let's go. Let's get right into it.
Okay, jab, cross. Right.
Do you feel like a man right now?
I feel more than a man right now, yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, because the testosterone is running, I'm sweating, I feel like energized and I feel...
What you now, because of that, you feel more?
More, I actually do, yeah.
Really?
Did you know that you could be making life-changing money on Instagram and it doesn't even require you to...
Oh, look. This is fantastic. Look at this. How often are you doing this then?
Most days, because it's really relaxing. He likes to get in the hot tub.
Is the dog actually going to get in?
Hi, Bubba. Do you want to come in, Bubba? Sometimes.
What's a typical day in the life of Oli London?
You know, be on my phone, going to meetings, doing calls all day, tweeting. You know, in April I had 750 million views in 1 month. I do share crazy woke stories, but I feel it needs to be exposed. But I would like to be a policy advisor for President Trump. So.
He would like to be a policy advisor for Trump. Now, if Trump does win the election, do you think he has a good shot? Let me know. I personally don't think so. I think you got to be a US citizen for that first. You never know. You never know what Oli's got planned. You know, he's been an Asian man. From British man to an Asian man. He's done it. He's done the groundwork. And now he wants to spread his seed. That sounds mad. Okay, I don't know.
I'd like to be able to do something where it's actually benefiting and helping women, kids, parents, teachers, Christians, and helping all people. You know, I just want to help people and want to do some charity work in the Philippines.
Does this dog like it?
What's it? Look at. Do you see the sunglasses he's wearing? Like, it looks cool on him because he got that chiseled, no homo pose, but some cyberpunk ass glasses, you know. Loki looks good though.
Hi, Bubba.
Oh, she's just weighing on the floor.
Oh, is that what she's doing?
That's nice. Nice little
That's,
wee.
As part of Oli's detransitioning process, he's trying to reverse the facial feminization surgery by having injections to make his jawline more masculine. But before Oli goes for his fillers, he's invited Katie John, who identifies as trans, over for lunch. Oli appeared to live in an echo chamber of anti-wokeness, so I was intrigued to see if Katie John would challenge his thinking.
What do you know about Oli?
The whole kind of Korean side of things, and then...
That's mad. Sorry, I assumed a woman's voice and then boom, it's just a man.
Subsequently also your own journey closer towards faith.
Are you okay with the idea that the concept of being trans is discussed in schools?
If you're explicitly doing a class about pronouns and they, them and being non-binary and telling all these kids about these different identities, kids follow a trend. I don't think all of these things should be
Correct. Kids follow a trend. TikTok and Fortnite is two big evidences of that. Kids will follow a trend because other people are doing it. That's how kids work. That's because kids are so easily influenced. That's what it is. And that's the problem. That's the thing. That's the transgender community is too small. It's very small, right? But they're still pushing that agenda to kids and saying, yeah, look, yeah, you can be this, you can be that, without like the parents actually being present. Because I'm telling you now, if the parents were present or parents were informed about exactly what curriculum is being taught to their kids, they would pull them out straight away. Or they would teach their kids the opposite. They'll be like, don't go into that lesson. Or they'll be like, no, we don't believe that. That's not right. That's what's fucked up about it. These kind of ideologies should be left to parents, to guardians, to whoever is actually looking after the kid, who actually has the legal care of that kid. Not the teachers, not the school system at all. School system should teach education and knowledge, right? Academic knowledge and life knowledge too, in terms of taxes, dealing with certain things, but not this, right? Not this.
Taught at the rate they are now.
If you don't educate children about bodies, about sexuality, about expression and things like that, you also put them at risk for when inappropriate things happen. And how does a kid know what's inappropriate unless they know to at least to a degree, what is appropriate and have the language to talk about body parts?
But I think the times have changed in the sense that there has become this.
Kids from young know what is inappropriate and not. Now, I'm not talking about the 1% or the outliers. I'm talking about most kids know what is inappropriate and not. Because we still have parents at home, most of them teaching them what's morally correct and what's morally wrong. So kids know what's inappropriate and what's not. You're undermining them in their knowledge of identifying what's inappropriate and what's not. But then you are giving them a pedestal to be like, yeah, I want to change genders. So they're stupid. They're too stupid to know what's inappropriate sexually or whatever rather. They're too stupid to know that, but they're smart enough to make a decision of, oh, I want to change genders. It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense.
Social contagion and gender ideology being forcibly pushed on kids.
Some people would say it's not social contagion, it's just better education.
Do you think there's an agenda people are pushing?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there is a push to sexualise kids.
But you're talking about sexualisation. So your complaint is more about sexualisation being pushed or of children or the rest of it, but then the detail of it keeps coming back to gender.
But I think
how do you either separate or where do you see those merge?
There is an element of sexualisation. I mean, when you're teaching kids...
There is an element, he's right, there is an element of sexualization when you're talking about transgenderism. Because where did all of that come from? Drag queens and all of that. Drag queens are a sexual thing, and they have drag queens teaching kids about this stuff. Like, they have drag queens, there's videos of drag queens dancing like basically fully naked in front of kids. And you're telling me that's not sexual? Come on, man. Who you sleep with at night, that's sexual, right? Who you sleep with, who you take to bed, whether as a man you take a man, or whether as a woman you take a woman, or whether you dress up as a man and take... That's all sexual. It all has to deal with sexual attraction. It all has to deal with... She's talking, or whatever that is, right? Is talking in a calm, collected manner, using straight academic language, and it sounds like she or it is talking sense, but it's not. If you really listen, it's not talking sense at all. Oli, I don't think Oli can articulate what he's trying to say, or even, I don't think he's that level to have a conversation yet.
Kids to change their body and to stop puberty and to, a boy to grow breasts and stuff. That is a sexualization. Kids should not be learning things.
But then for the same reason we should ban YouTube and Instagram for kids then, and TikTok and all the rest. You can't shut it off in one place like school and then give them free reign elsewhere.
You're not effectively putting pressure on people on the other kind of side in that saying, if you feel different, if you feel you could be trans, you're essentially saying that that's because you're being manipulated by this sinister lobby.
I always make a distinction that there are generally people that have gender dysphoria, there are generally people that have felt that way their whole life, and let them figure that out on their own.
Let them figure it out on their own, right? When they get to an age where they can make decisions, when they can make big decisions on their life, let them make that choice. Everyone has a right to freedom. Everyone has free will. You do what you want, okay? Just don't push it on anyone else, right? You can share your ideologies. That's perfectly fine. Sharing and pushing are two different things. Do you want a piece of gum? No? Cool. Do you want a piece of gum? Yes, here, take one. Do you want a piece of gum? No. Take it. That's two different things.
This is probably one of the strangest days I've had in a long time. And I think what is really interesting about it is, like, Oli is still clearly struggling with his identity. He's so momentary, like everything's a fad. You know, he was once a man, then he was a Korean woman. Now he wants to be a big, strong man who's a conservative Christian who goes on American TV channels. It seems like so much of it is just about getting people to like him. And the problem is, like, I don't think he really believes that much of what he's saying.
Despite
That's what I said in the first episode. It's hard because he is talking in a way that, cool, he might have changed, or he might have turned a leaf, or he might actually want to be different and want to be a man and whatever. But ultimately, the question lies is, well, why is he really doing this? And the most likely chance is that he's doing it for clout. He's doing it because it's a trend. It's. I think he just needs to keep going to therapy. If he is actually going to therapy, if he's telling the truth, keep going to therapy. Go to like a real therapist, not flipping, I don't know, Kim Kardashian's therapist if she has one. But just keep working on yourself, man. That's all I would say, really. Yeah.
the conversation with Katie John, Oli continued undeterred on his new path, and it was time to head off for his chin injections.
Before I fly to America, I need to have a certain look. So I'm going.
Yeah, I understand he's trying to go back to his look, but he's still on that plastic surgery thing, even though he said plastic is not fantastic. Very interesting person. He's a very I have no words.
I'm going to a clinic. My friend, she's going to inject about 8 millilitres of filler into my jawline to reshape it. So if I can regain a little bit more of a masculine image, I think it will just make me feel better inside and happier.
You seem to think a lot about how to be a man for somebody who doesn't really like all this identity malarkey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then I am actually a man. So it's like...
Being a man is not just about how you look. It's not about big muscles. It's not about a sharp jawline. It's not about, you know, being tall, strong, being able to fight. That's not what a man is, right? A man is so much more than that. The same way a woman is not just someone that puts on lipstick and a dress and has breasts the size of, I don't know, basketballs, has an ass as big as flipping, I don't know. Like, that's not a woman. The definition of a man and a definition of a woman is two different things. Definition of a man is not the way he looks, the way he dresses, the way... Obviously, those things do add on to his masculinity in general. Like, a man should dress as a man, a woman should dress as a woman. However, that's not what they are. A man is someone who can provide. A man who is someone who can be a father, be a son, be a grandfather. A man is someone who can protect, who has the urge to protect. A man is someone who has can actually take care of a family, can support a family. A woman is someone that's caring, that can be a good mother, that can be a good daughter, that can be a good grandmother, can look after, doesn't exclusively have to be kids, but can actually be the rock in the family. Because usually the woman, the mother, the mother and the wife is the rock of the family, the one that holds the family together. And it's such a deep topic to talk about. Yeah, but it's usually, if you're born a man, you're a man. Like Oli now, if you wants to look like a man again, fair enough. But at the end of the day, you're a man. Like, Oli's already a man. Yeah? He before he thought he was a woman, or he wanted to be a woman, but he's, at the root of it, he's a man. He's born a man. He's born with male genitalia. He's born with the XY chromosome. Is that the way? XX is whichever it is. And a woman is born a woman. That's what makes you a man or a woman. In a flat, in a basic description. If you're born a woman, if you're born a man, you're a man. You don't need all this extra stuff to go back to being a man. You're already a man.
Men think about men things, men think about doing outdoor sports or fitness and stuff, and not all men, but like a lot of men do that. So I'm just thinking like a man, because I am a man.
Hi, Annalisa. How are you? Nice to see you, hon.
Nice to see you.
Looking-
So I know you want to go for something more masculine, which is great. So I think we structure your jawline to make it a bit sharper here and get more angular. Bring out the chin slightly as well, and that will help give a more masculine look and more structure.
In the Ken movie, he's like a typical guy, right? Like a very handsome. Everybody wants to be like Ken, and I'm thinking, you know, I used to look a bit like Barbie because I was more feminine and stuff. Now I want that kind of defined jawline and the Ken look. It's a really routine procedure, Ben. Like, it's not even painful, this one.
So that's like the structure of the jaw now. That's going to be the line.
Yeah, so just
It's mad, dog. I don't mind needles, but how would you do this to yourself, man? That's so...
following that line.
I feel amazing. Yeah, that was so seamless. Wow. Oh, my God. That's instantly transformed.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
So
incredible.
you have a lot more of an angle here if you lift your chin up slightly.
Huge difference.
Yeah. We've projected the chin forwards as well.
Yeah.
So it looks a lot more masculine, a lot more...
They don't look human anymore. Like, both the girl and Oli, they don't even look like humans anymore. Like, you can see they can't even smile properly. Like, their smiles, like, can't...
Actually look a bit like Elon Musk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'll tweet a picture and tag him and see what he says.
From this angle as well. So much more structured and looking great.
Wow.
He looks more like a female. He looks more like a female like this. She's lying to him. She's just taking his bucks. She's just taking his money and... Yeah, you look great.
What does it make you feel inside?
Just masculine. Just I feel good, you know. And already I feel more confident about my face.
I mean, I suppose having been with you for a couple of days now, I get the sense that because you're trying to figure out the next stage of you, like which is a kind of masculine version of yourself. Now it's Ken, and you're trying to live out.
I'm not trying to be Ken, but I just, you know, think he's a good symbol of masculinity. You know, he doesn't swear, he doesn't drink, he's very nice to Barbie, he's very respectful, he's handsome, you know, these are good qualities.
Are you worried that you might still be playing a role and not just being Oli London?
I'm just trying to be me, but an improved version of me.
Are you not just going to change again?
No, because again, I've been searching for myself for well over a decade, and you know, I haven't been able to find me. That person was trapped, that person was basically dead, which is sad.
And you're not going to change now? You're kind of like...
Look, I might do a few injections here and there, I might bulk up, you know, might change my fashion sense, but in terms of me as a person, that's here to stay now.
Yeah, it's interesting that your life's so crazy.
It's crazy.
If he's actually, like, genuine, then good for him, man. If he's genuine about that, good for him.
3 US interviews tonight, but my tweets are really big. I get 750 million views a month.
You strike me as a man of extremes.
You know, I go from one extreme to the other, but I think now it's about, sure, I wanna be masculine. Now it's about, you know, giving back.
But you having six-pack abs isn't about giving back, is it? That's just about you wanting to look good
No,
and
I
to
would
fulfill this really specific...
No, if I had a six-pack, I'd feel better.
He's digging into him so much. Let him have the six-pack, dog. As long as Oli doesn't, like, inject his flipping abs or get some fake abs put in there and he works for it, good on him, man. Keep going. Do it, bro.
About myself, so I'll probably be more confident today. I could be doing 10 times more activism, 100 times more tweets.
Is the next stage, you're now deeply Christian, is that?
Yes.
Would you say you're born again?
Born again Christians.
Do you think does that affect your sexuality at all as a gay man?
I'm not going to be ex-gay, but I'm actually bisexual, so I actually would like to date a woman and just try it and stuff.
That is the next iteration. That is the next iteration.
No, it's not. It's not.
Like, he got into a hot tub with a gay man with their clothes off. Questioning his sexuality now.
That's what I mean.
No, but I have dated girls before and stuff, and I'm just all about, you know, exploring myself.
Do you want to marry a woman?
I will marry whoever I fall in love with.
How do I know in a year you're not going to be like something completely different?
For the first time in my life, I'm actually me.
All right, so I've just finished filming with Oli, and that was just a glimpse into his world and seeing what he does to kind of be the person that he wants to be now. And I'm not really here to judge, you know, or judge people's identities, but given that he spends so much of his life arguing against transitioning,
So that was Oli London. Had to split into two parts because it's a short thing, but there's a lot to talk about. Yeah, it's crazy to see how a person like Oli decided to be a woman, to be an Asian woman, Asian person, maybe Asian woman, and then detransition to being back to a normal British man. And I think from what I can see and what Oli says, it's kind of shaky on if he's actually doing it for the fame, doing it for so more people can like him, or if he's doing it for a genuine reason and he's turned his life around. We'll never know. Or we might know, maybe they do another documentary. I don't know. If they do, then I'll be the first one on it, so make sure you're subscribed, and when it comes out I'll do sign on it. But at this stage you can never know. But yeah, that was Oli London. Hope you enjoyed the videos, and leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff, and see you in the next one. Miscast out.